Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We talk everything animation here, including a Miraculous Ladybug, which we'll be getting into right now. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by April Collins.
Hello.
And Andy Potter.
Hello. Today
we'll be talking the brand new animated movie, The Adventures of Cat Noir and Ladybug, which just had its premiere in Paris, France, created by Thomas Astruc. Yes, we're going to be doing this whole podcast in, as our versions of ourselves in the Ladybug world, podcasting on the Ladybug movie. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Is there a difference? I guess that would be us podcasting on the anime Ladybug thing that came out. So that we'd finally get that podcast. Okay. So get ready for that. So Animaestro aired today in the United Kingdom. Ding ding ding. Add another country to it. Not Oblivio, which was pulled and switched with Animaestro the day of. So that's new Zag levels here. And we'll getting Oblivio next week probably. But we talk about Ladybug every time it's new here at the Overly Animated Podcast in whatever country it's in. Find us at overlyanimated.com. Search for Miraculous Ladybug, Overly Animated on iTunes, or just Miraculous Ladybug. And you can subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/overlyanimated. Very interesting meta episode about animation, right up our alley here. And April, what did you think of Animaestro?
Okay, so it should come as no surprise that I absolutely loved this episode for so many reasons. I guess what I'll first rave about was I really loved the 2D and 3D animation with Animaestro. I thought that was great. It looked really, really good and clean versus because sometimes when shows do that, it doesn't look clean and it's very jagged and jarring. But I was so excited to see Thomas a part of this episode. Extremely meta. I was totally into it from the very beginning. And then what made it even better was I freaked out. I had to pause the episode a minute into it because I just couldn't get over any of this. And my husband watched this with me. And so he even made predictions throughout the episode, which were great. But it was just a lot of fun. We got to see all of our favorite characters. It was like a reunion episode, and I loved the zaniness, as I always do with this show. It was great.
Nice. Yeah, we got to see all of our favorite characters, including creator of the Ladybug animated movie, Thomas Astruc. He's our favorite character in Miraculous Ladybug, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's our new favorite. Okay. Andy, what did you think of Animaestro?
My first reaction after finishing the episode was, that was so stupid. So I assume that means this was good.
That's a good episode of Ladybug. That's a success.
Yeah. It's a solid episode.
That's the only thought running through my head right now. Adrian voices chat in the movie.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite part.
That's when I had to pause it because I just had to stop and I stared.
How didn't we expand on that?
It's mentioned once and no one mentions it again. I don't know how that's possible. And then Gabriel stayed home from the party just in case someone could be evilized at the party. He just didn't go for that reason. It's insane. But I mean, Chloe was there, so I guess that makes sense. And I don't know how to talk about all the 2D animation and Thomas just being explaining what an animated director does. Everyone asking what he does and him not being able to tell them what he does every single time.
Yes. I feel for him.
I feel for him, but at the same time he put himself into the show. I don't know how I feel about it.
Is that the ultimate self-loathing, putting yourself into your show and having you berated in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. I don't know.
You did it so well.
I think if you put yourself into your show, you have to make you the butt of jokes that. You otherwise it would seem conceited, right? So I think you have to do that.
Yeah. No, I think if you're gonna put yourself in your own show, this is the way to do it, and it was very appropriate. But
this specifically is the way to do it, having you turn into a lot of different.
Having you turn into a villain. But I love that too. As soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, you're gonna get akumatized, and then I was like, I can't. You're gonna akumatize yourself, because that's what he's doing, right?
Also, my favorite moment of the episode was Gabriel just running out of the house to try to look at.
Yes.
He just runs through the city to try to get to him. Just bursts out the door.
Yes.
It's so dumb.
Unsuccessful. But
he didn't do anything. He just ran into the city and just stopped. He's like, I can get there, I guess.
Yep, we'll spend a lot of time on that one. Okay, that's definitely the type of thing we talk about. But yeah, this is very fun. This is the type of episode that we would like. Thomas called it on Twitter, but yeah, this is the Chris Master kind of a silly type episode. Although I think, like, considering the premise of this episode, which is just this extremely meta kind of animation commentary that features the creator of the show as a character, I think it was handled pretty seriously given what it was. This could have been a lot dumber. So I think, like, there's a lot of restraint here. You know, like, we only, like, subtly talk about Adrian voicing Kat. We don't show Adrian in a recording studio, like, voicing Kat like that. How do we not do that? But
how did we not talk about it? That's the most insane part.
I didn't even notice
also,
it
why
first.
Why didn't
viewing.
Marinette, like, freak out over that either?
Yeah, it feels like it was added later, but it was a little bit restrained. I love this is a big Marinette and Chloe episode, and I love the two of them here bonding over their hatred of Kagami, but it's not taken seriously. It's not, like, legitimized, and I think their interactions are the highlight. Plus, also Thomas being in the episode and all the nonsense there. Did like the villain turning into all the different animation styles and animation references. I also really like the concept of like us bird boxing this. We can't look at the villain. I think it's a little disparate, the concept of him turning into different villains, but I like the connection of it's like a show and no one's watching the show. But at the very least, it was that kind of cool, like, villain concept to do. No, like, super huge moments that stand out to me. I don't know if this is like a top tier favorite for me, but I think there's a lot of fun stuff in there. Definitely want to get into a lot of this nonsense. What's the highlight? What do we start with? You know, is it
what don't we start with?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's the concept of
going from, like, top to bottom. There's so many moments that I just really, really loved. And I appreciate that my husband participated with this episode with me.
This is not the one Ladybug episode to watch as a casual.
Right. But, like, I love because he was like, oh, he's going to be a villain now. And he's like, okay, I think he's going to throw clapperboards at people and they're going to be like frisbees. And then he's like, no, wait, what if, like, he has, like, a sonic boom blast with the director's code? And I was like, these are all really good ideas. Like, I like this. And then his last idea was that they would be trapped in the animated world. His only thing was that he was disappointed because there wasn't a single pun involving the word cut. So
I think it's language stuff, but it's the villain powers. This is definitely one of that. I want to start with just the meta-ness of there being a movie about Ladybug and Cat Noir in the show.
God.
We knew this was going to happen.
Why did we know this was going to happen?
Because
why?
Remember from Heroes Day, Gabriel Agreste funded a Ladybug and Cat Noir movie.
Oh,
I can only imagine that this is that movie.
Is that this movie? Or is that I feel like we imagined that as live action.
No, I think it's this
Wow,
one.
that was foreshadowing. I've completely forgot about that.
Wow, Dylan. Wow.
That was the pivotal moment of the show, though. I should have remembered. Okay, so we think this is funded by Gabriel.
Yeah, and only remember he did it to make what's her face mad. So of course it like came to fruition that, you know, the movie would get made. Like, you don't just fund things and then be like, okay, well, my plan failed as a villain, so I'm defunding your movie now. Like, stop production.
You don't just fund things and put it into production and then not come to a final product, much like the Ladybug live stage show and the Ladybug live action movie. You know, you don't just do those things, right?
No.
Yeah.
But then that means funded an entire movie just to akumatize the director of said movie. Like, that's what he did, essentially.
Well, his original intention
was...
Wow!
Oh, wait, hold on.
Someone else.
Okay. I like where Indy's going with this. I like...
So he did it not only to akumatize what's-her-face, but he also did it to akumatize the director.
No, I like Gabriel just throwing the money at this movie in order to akumatize the director of it at the end.
And he had them invite Chloe because...
Yeah. He did this on purpose. He set it all up.
That's not unlike him.
I think the key ingredient is just inviting Chloe to an event. That's the thing that gets the akumatization, and Marinette, to be fair. But yeah, I like this is what Gabriel does with his money. He just funds giant projects in order for his next akumatization plot. I think we're on to something here. Yeah, I think that's where's the follow up that like it's like how we got Marinette and Chloe's detailed elaborate plan in action. It's like we got the reveal of this was all along. This was just a setup by Gabriel.
Oh, I would have loved that.
I would have loved it. As he's talking to himself, walking down the street like a crazy person.
He spent so much money on this; it has to work.
He's walking back from when he runs out, and then that's when we get the reveal. Yeah.
Well, my favorite part is that he's like taking the crazy. Like he was just being crazy inside of his tower, and then he still chose very private settings in like train bathroom stalls. But like now he's just walking down the street muttering nonsense to himself.
He's not concerned with revealing his identity, like just de-transforming and running into the street. No, okay. I think the train bathroom stalls though is still better, but
it really is. But okay. I appreciate him just walking down the street, just talking about how he's gonna seek revenge. So
it's like another crazy old dude that thinks he's Hawkmoth. There's a bunch of them in the city. Probably.
They're like a dime a dozen in Paris.
Oh, we got another prank 911 call from another guy who thinks he's Hawkmoth. Jeez, they're in the pile. That's probably what's what would happen in this.
Like they find out it's Gabriel, there's like no way that he's Hawkmoth.
Where's the copycat Hawkmoth, right? Like that would totally happen too.
Also, where are like the wanted posters?
Wanted Hawkmoth. That's true. It's a good. I feel like we're way off course, but I feel like that's inspired by
Scarlet Moth or Purple Edge Papilio.
Yeah, it's we need him too. Put him on the poster. I think that these are the types of diversions that the movie, the movie in the show encourages, right? Like this meta-ness. It makes us think it's real. But just placing this being the concept for an episode, there being an animated Ladybug movie in Ladybug is fantastic. I think this is a great decision to make this episode.
Yes.
And putting Thomas in it, also a great decision. Are we just gonna put more crew members in the show now? When's the Winnie akumatization episode? Yeah. Oh, we have plenty of reasons to akumatize Jeremy Zag. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. Where's our episode about the Ladybug stage show being canceled and Jeremy Zag being distraught and getting akumatized? How about that one?
My God.
That would be fantastic.
Special guest appearance with the overly animated podcast crew because they were all going to go see it.
Yeah, we're planning, but
yeah.
When are we getting akumatized? I feel like
yes,
we're not that far off from that, right? Like, that's a firm season 6 possibility. Is podcasters being akumatized?
Thomas, I know you're listening right now.
No, you can't do it. Has to be written into an akumatized,
please
April.
Do not akumatize us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Reverse psychology.
Okay. So we start off with Marinette watching the trailer for this new animated Ladybug movie. And an even further element of meta-ness is the trailer is taken from the original test animation from Japan when this was almost an anime. The fans call this the PV. But yeah, this is like the first thing that I ever saw of Ladybug was this trailer. Guys, I got like 1 million notes on Tumblr, and this is, I was like, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, we're covering the show when it comes out. Or this is even before the podcast existed. I'm like, this is the reason to do an animation podcast, cover the show, and then it looks completely different, but it's still awesome. And very meta putting that that footage into this. Is Ladybug an anime now that we got the Japan animated part into this? I think
we got a Goku in there, so we're good.
Yeah, there's a Goku, so
and a magical girl.
Yes. So I think it's an anime. I feel like this is to a certain extent, this just being the movie is that test anime footage is one of the most meta parts of all, and then it's just also like on all the posters and stuff. It's just this is what the episode's about. That's in their world. That's Ladybug. Like
I like it.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I also appreciated that like they recognize that it's like animation, even though like they're 3D animated.
Yeah.
Like I really appreciate this sort of like realistic perspective. They're like, oh, surely we're not like animated as well, but we still have 2D animation.
I think I'm kind of upset now that we're talking about at this point that we didn't learn who was voicing Ladybug in the movie. Like how it could have been like Chloe or something.
Oh,
like it would be
if it was Chloe. Probably Laura I feel like Laura Nightingale, but they said she only did all the songs for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means it was a musical too.
Yes.
Oh, is it the Christmas special in anime form? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. We need to see this movie now.
I need this movie to be made real.
Yeah, call up Toei. Let's actually animate this. Like, let's get the full version here. Yeah. So we are right off the bat. We're interviewing Thomas, and he's.
God. I saw Thomas's name at the bottom of like Marinette's screen, and I just knew where the episode was going. Like the whole episode just like flashed before my eyes as soon as I saw his name there.
It's like we're starting off strong here.
Yeah.
Lady Marinette turned down being there as Ladybug, but Adrian's going to go to the premiere, so she regrets it. And he voiced Cat. That was
Yep.
I feel like she should have known that he voiced Cat. And also, is that not a sign? No, of course not. But
no,
she's going to watch the movie, hear Adrian's voice coming out of chat on the TV, and just not even recognize it.
She's gonna be, wow, that voice actor did such a good job. He sounds so much like Cat. How did we not get that line, right? Like that's
for a moment, I was really worried that you were gonna say, "Oh, she'll like watch the movie, hear Adrian's voice coming out of Cat, and then like come to the realization that they're the same person." And I was like, "No, that's not gonna happen."
Well, of course not. If anything, it'd be like, he's so off. That sounds nothing like Cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get the identity reveal from her watching a fake version of the show in
right.
Yeah, that could happen. Actually,
or she says something like oh, like Adrian's voicing like Chat. If only like the real one sounded just like him.
Oh, that's worse. Okay, I love that. Yeah, that's
worse.
Worse in a good way. Yeah,
just them watching the show.
Yeah, I really would have. Yeah, MSTK. Yeah, like let's watch.
I'm surprised Alia wasn't there. Like she was just watching the movie premiere at home.
Yeah, where's Alia? But I just would have preferred them watching the movie than commenting on it. That's true. But yeah, April, that's worse. It's more painful, so it's better, right? That's how it works with the show. Yeah, I think so. Marinette wants to be a server at the premiere, and she's talking to her parents, and I like her parents like, ugh.
Yeah. Also, I love that her parents are onto her crazy at this point. Like they're
I didn't know her mom knew she was obsessed with Adrian. That's feel like that's new information. I don't know. Maybe I forgot something, but yeah, they're very aware of Marinette here.
Mm-hmm. You sure you don't want to do it because Adrian's gonna be there? Yeah. Like, Mom, you calling her out? I like it.
Yeah, just called out, man. Dad gives in, and she does get to be a server. Okay, we haven't even gotten into the ridiculousness that is the next scene. This is like classic Ladybug ridiculousness, but
I'm ready for Dylan to describe it to me.
So Thomas is not in this.
Oh no! Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
So Marinette has a special macaroon to give to Adrian.
Oh my god!
It's passion fruit, which is his favorite, and she then role plays the potential future scene of giving him this macaroon. Tiki says, "Wait, is this why you bake a single macaroon every Sunday?"
Oh my god!
Because he can't have a stale macaroon.
He can't have a stale macaroon, and then Tiki's like, "Of course not."
Tiki's look when she says that is incredible.
Tiki's savage as well.
This is the season of Tiki just being done with Marinette's nonsense with Adrian.
She's regretting all of those times that she said Marinette is the best Ladybug.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
She's like, every day you make me regret it more.
Baking a single macaroon every Sunday for Adrian, not top 5 craziest things Marinette does for Adrian.
My favorite part is how she's just like, she like is acting out her giving it to him, and she's like, "Oh, is this passion fruit? That's my favorite. But how do you know? Because I'm so secretive." Like,
Yeah, she does the Adrian voice too, but it's in her voice. Yeah. I think Christina V. This is like Christina V's best episode as Marinette. I feel like she's this scene of like her doing I assume it'll be incredible in French too. We've not seen the French yet, but them her like reenacting this exchange between her and Adrian, and then her just throughout this episode. I feel like I really noticed the voice acting a lot for her. But yeah, this is we're really. It seems like there's an earlier episode this season where like it seems like we're reverting back to season 1 Marinette with
we are,
but no, it's not. It's worse now.
it's like worse but better.
It's worse like, in a good way.
Everything else is better, and I really like that we're owning this whole like meta part of the show. But so I happily accept the crazy because it reminds me of our roots and.
Yeah, that's true. Part of the show being like stupid and aware of its stupidness is lampooning the stupid part of Marinette being obsessed with Adrian. So I think it really works.
Yeah,
they're really flanderizing her character, but it's working so well. Like she's just getting so insane.
That's a good call. I do think we're flanderizing Marinette, but it's fine because the show is kind of just a giant flanderization of itself.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. That could be a good thing, and this time it's a very good thing.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I think that's a way to describe where the direction Ladybug's gone in season 2 until now is a flanderization of itself, which I think is what we love about it. So that's good, and this episode especially, because we're going to the premiere, and here's Thomas. He's back, and he's this recurring gag. He's not recognized by anyone. And the security guard learns the movie is animated and is not happy about it. So I appreciate that. There's a lot of jerks like that. So that's accurate. One of the essential elements of this episode, we get Marinette in a waitress outfit.
Yes.
I thought she looked so cute with her hair up.
Yes, with her hair in a bun, and the episode commits. She's in this like the entire time. She transforms in this outfit. That was really notable. Yeah. Zero unoriginal transformation sequences. This fantastic. She transformed in an outfit that counts as a new one. I'll accept. It's a big highlight, Marinette, in the outfit here, because I feel like we don't often break from our normal clothes and hero clothes and everything. Like we're augmenting the hero outfits, so we're augmenting the real life outfits too. You know, where's the macaroons to I guess it's just a makeover, right? If we're just gonna dress up,
why not?
It's good. Jagged Stone, he's here. He has trouble. Like Thomas is like trying to explain to him what the director does, and he does not get it. So I think this is a good use of Jagged Stone.
I think so too.
The children later do not understand what the director does either.
They also thought they were going to meet Ladybug. So
rip. This is a good meta commentary on like what do various people do in animated productions, and just the creator, you know, not hands-onness of creators or something. But it's a good thing. I feel like this is you'll hear this. Like what do people do on this? We also Thomas puts himself in the episode to be berated by Chloe. That's fantastic because that had to happen. Chloe just not happy that Queen Bee is not in the trailer of the movie. She's taking it out.
Like not even not in the movie, just not in the trailer.
Right. Who knows if Queen Bee is in the actual movie? She seems confident, but I guess probably Chloe voiced Queen Bee because literally everyone in Paris knows she's Queen Bee. So probably they would just get Chloe to voice Queen Bee.
How hilarious would it be though if Chloe did not actually voice Queen Bee?
She'd be so mad. Why isn't she upset about that? Yeah.
Like I would have appreciated that way more.
It's like. And we got Kagami to voice Chloe.
Did voice Queen Bee, and she knows Queen Bee's in the movie because she voiced her, and that's why she's mad at Thomas.
She's not the trailer.
Right, that makes sense, but
I like you say that makes sense, Dylan. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense in the context of this episode.
We could have easily solved this by like in attendance will be Adrian Agreste, who voiced like Chat.
Right. I just need to know the voice cast of this movie, right? Like
I need to know every character.
We need to know who voices who. This is who voices Queen Bee, who voices Marinette, like
voices Hawkmoth.
That's most important. Yeah, who would voice Hawkmoth?
Gabriel, the producer on this movie. Maybe he is.
Yeah, he is. Gabriel's like, I'm funding it, but only if I can voice Hawkmoth. I'm just very passionate about that character.
Or what if, like, to throw throw people off, he has like Natalie voice Hawkmoth for him, or like Jack and stuff.
Yeah, be the mayor. That's why I'm saying this feels restrained to me. Like, there's so much more nonsense that we're getting into that we could have done. So I don't know if it's a good or bad thing that we didn't. Probably good.
So many things I wanted to learn about this movie.
I know we need a follow up. Let's write that in the season 6 too. Let's also write that.
What we need is just a whole episode of them sitting in a room talking about the movie they just watched and nothing else.
Alia puts a review up of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Alia could have done. Yeah, well, Alia definitely would review this movie. She'd be there at the premiere.
Oh, I can see something like they're putting together like a viewing party because somehow Adrian gets a copy of it, and I'm predicting future episodes. Okay, so Adrian gets a copy of the movie. So, and he wants to show it to all of his friends. And so it's the first time he's ever going to get to have people over at his house. And like everyone's really excited, and Ollie is there, and Nino, and like Chloe shows up, and she causes mischief and mayhem. Someone gets akumatized. It's a really good episode. I can see it in my mind.
Okay, we'll workshop that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get the script going. We'll add that to our episode of they go to what was it? They go to the Eiffel Tower, but it's like, I tricked you. It's not the Eiffel Tower, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is there zero Eiffel Tower in this episode? Eiffel Tower.
There's no Eiffel Tower.
They show the Louvre, but not the Eiffel Tower, which is incredible.
I'm confused. Where's the Eiffel Tower?
Are we even in Paris?
Did it go? Yeah,
episode?
Right. I'm pretty sure we must have left Paris because I did not see an Eiffel Tower.
Yep.
Also, were we watching Ladybug?
Oh.
I know this was a show. That's an episode.
We were just watching a news broadcast.
Yeah.
Of the premiere.
I'm just genuinely confused about where the Eiffel Tower went. It must have gone missing. Like, that could be a thing that happened in the show.
No,
so
we just weren't in Paris.
There has to be an explanation about it, or we're just not in Paris. Okay, maybe we'll figure this out next episode. Maybe the Eiffel Tower will be back. I don't know. Here comes Marinette and Chloe interacting, and we start off with them copying each other. They're both upset that Kagami is here, and they like have the same reaction. And April, any like upsetness at large parts of this episode being surrounding Marinette and Chloe being not liking Kagami because of the feelings for Adrian, like jealousy, girls being jealous of girls. Any I've seen a little bit of that.
I think that I wish that there could have been like a better reason, because I don't like the whole like girls pitting themselves against other girls kind of thing. And they really played into it because, I mean, we got that or what was it? It was Frozer, I believe, with like Kagami previously, and how like she's sort of like working to make Marinette jealous, but it's not as like bad because it's just like a single like person versus a single person. But I didn't like the whole like Chloe's like, all right, Marinette, we have to team up and take her down. And I was like, ooh, I'm not okay with that, because we should build each other up and not break each other down. And I also didn't like that Kagami was like way more intense this episode than she normally is. I mean, she's a very intense character overall, but she like, I feel like it's like in this one, it was like they cranked it up to 11, and they just sort of made her like kind of borderline rude, almost on like not quite like Chloe levels, but I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I think they just really played into that like stereotypical like girl versus girl group thing, and it didn't sit well with me. I mean, it made for good fun, but I just wish we hadn't.
Yeah, I think Kagami's character is a little bit revolving around this right now, because she's not in a ton of episodes, and recently we've had a few appearances of this. So it'd be nice to expand her character beyond this role, like this being jealous of role.
Well, the other thing too is that like whenever we saw her in Frozer, we sort of ended on this note that was, you know, not necessarily that would pit her against like Marinette in any type of way. I can understand her like reservations with Chloe, because Chloe is, well, Chloe, and has probably been like a constant annoyance to her. But I felt that we resolved sort of the Marinette Kagami thing in Frozer, and it's like we went back around to it for no reason whatsoever. If maybe there had been something along the lines of like Kagami being like, oh, like I really am hoping to like gain Adrian's affection in this interaction, then I guess maybe that would have been a little bit more justified, but she was just simply being like, I'm going to use the word rude for no reason.
Kagami?
Yeah.
I view Kagami's actions largely as independent of like her view of Marinette and Chloe. I think she's just being herself for the most part. I feel like there's maybe one or two shots this episode which don't go along with that, but I think for the most part Kagami is just like confident and just likes Adrian, so she's going for it. And the jealousy I think is a lot on Marinette's end. But yeah, and it should be noted, of course, the show frequently features tons of positive female friendships and interactions like that. So this is more of the rarity, which is why I think it's like not some huge issue. I think like narrative wise, it's more of like Kagami's characters surrounding this right now. But I certainly understand if like people are going to be because this episode does revolve around that. So if you're gonna have negative reaction to that in this episode, definitely.
No, I totally understand the reaction. And like I said, it didn't necessarily sit well with me, but I don't know. I felt like it was fine.
I like that it involves a team up from Chloe and Marinette. Certainly it is based on shaky ground, but I do like the Marinette and Chloe team up here.
Yes, I like the team up. And so I'm okay with that. It's like I like them, I guess, semi getting along outside of like being Ladybug and being Queen Bee, because we've seen a lot of, I guess, Marinette's affections, I don't know if that's the right word, change towards Chloe, but only when she was in the role of Ladybug, and then as a result of that, it sort of trickled into her being Marinette. But I don't know. Feel very on the spot right now.
No, that's a good analysis. Andy, what did you think of Chloe and Marinette's interactions this episode?
I thought they were fun, like, without talking about, like, the girls being jealous of other girls. Like, I really like Chloe and Marinette antics going on. And Chloe is just so petty. And, like, I don't know how she set up some of the stupid, like, I don't want to call them pranks or stupid things she did. Like, she tied two chairs together and planned it out so she would pull one chair in the way of, like, the other chair or whatever. Like, when someone would sit on cake. Like, that's, like, absurdly well done. And I don't really, like, know how she had time to set it up with no one, like, noticing at all. Like, it was,
Chloe
I don't know.
Master of disguise and physics.
Chloe is really smart and wonderful. Look, I'm telling you, I've been saying this all along. She sets up this elaborate Rube Goldberg machine here. Further proof that Chloe's the best. Okay. Like,
Dylan, I'll give you this. I really, really love the flashback when Chloe, like, walks up to Congress. She says, don't touch me, talk to me, or look at me again. Like, that was so good.
So we learned that Chloe knows Kagami and despises her, which I think checks out even without the flashback. But she's like Kagami not being nice to Chloe, and we got that.
I appreciate the thought process of, like, they're at the movies together, not on a date. They're just at the movie. Like, Adrian and Kagami are at the movies together. And then, obviously, this is so much more than that because their parents are doing paperwork together, which is really just Natalie doing paperwork with Kagami's mom.
Yes.
And then that, of course, means that Adrian tomorrow is going to fly to Japan.
Yeah. And have sushi for the rest of his life.
It's like they're setting up an arranged marriage. That's where their heads went. Yep. So
I still think they're in an arranged marriage together.
Yeah, didn't we have that theory, right? So that okay, I guess we're on board then with where their heads went. So can't blame them. Also, it's in line with the level of obsession Marinette displayed earlier this episode. That she's convinced by Chloe here. I think that checks out.
Yeah.
But by the way, in the previous stuff we were talking about 10 minutes ago, and Marinette in the background is like retrieving this macaroon the whole time.
Oh yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah.
No, that macaroon would have been destroyed.
She crawled on the floor for like 5 minutes.
It's good. She's dedicated.
But like nobody saw her crawling, and no one just stopped.
No one said anything.
Yeah.
This flashback of Chloe knowing Kagami, that was fun. We get Adrian speaking Japanese here.
So cute.
Why is that cute?
Because I thought at first I was confused because it made me doubt myself because we've
I
never
thought this
mentioned
was the English dub.
Well, that and also there's never been ever any mention of him knowing Japanese. We know Chinese, yes. So
Yeah, he takes Chinese lessons. I mean, it's not like he spoke a lot of Japanese, but he's a little bit. Also, Gabriel speaks like 3 words of Japanese. Was that cute, April?
Yes.
Isn't Gabriel always cute, right? Like,
Of course. Duh.
duh. Like hockey. I mean, come on.
Aw, hockey. I can't wait to talk about him.
Okay, we're not even at Hawkmoth yet. Okay.
We're not even to Hawkmoth yet.
Okay. I mean, this was a late appearance. This is a late akumatization. It was like
We're not
11
even
minutes
to
in.
Thomas yet.
We got to some parts of it. We didn't get to Thomas being a hero, a villain. Yeah. Chloe. Yeah. Those the plan to get rid of Kagami. Yeah. The Japan thing. Oh, I like this incidental dialogue from Adrian. Talking to Kagami. Well, I'm more of a dog person.
Which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
He's just trying to take the heat off him.
Yeah.
I'm not Cat Noir. I'm more
It's
of
a little
dog
late,
person.
that Adrian. You're voicing
Cat Noir.
You're
Yeah.
But you guys, he's more of a dog person, so there's no way he could be Cat Noir. I'm just saying.
He can't be. He can't. The plan to get rid of Kagami in action. This is a very Lucky Charm-esque Rube Goldberg machine here.
That's what I thought. I wonder if Chloe was inspired by
all her Ladybug cosplay. She probably acts out all the Lucky Charms, right? And so she's prepared.
She has her own Ladybug vision.
She definitely reenacts it, and she's like, dun, 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 right? Like she's,
Yeah.
So it's involving like gum, macaroon crumbs on all the chairs, the chair switch, and cake, and yeah, it's nonsense.
And Jagged. She gives the cake. Jagged holding the cake was very important.
I don't know how that was factored in. Yeah.
No, because she didn't set the cake on the chair. He did. She knew that he would set the cake down on the chair.
Look, I'm telling you, Chloe's a genius. I've been right all along. No. Okay. And Marinette gives me Adrian the macaroon before that happened too.
That wasn't part of the plan.
But he didn't eat it. But he didn't eat it.
No.
Nope.
Because then Thomas he sits on the cake, he eats the macaroon, he has an allergic reaction, and then he's like, no, and everyone ignores him, too, which is the best part.
Oh, and this is also discounting the fact that he's been trying to get a macaroon the whole party, and he hasn't been
Yes, he has been.
Also, is he actually allergic to almonds in real life?
He said no on Twitter, no.
Oh.
Why we just don't? It's a good thing that he's allergic.
But I just think that would have been like such a fun little Easter egg.
Yeah,
like he's actually allergic to almonds, and so he puts it into the show and thinks no one will care about it, just like the character.
Oh, yeah.
No, it would have been so cute.
Okay. Here's Hockey.
Yeah.
He says, "Fly away, creature of the dark, and evilize his broken heart."
I love over the top Hawkmoth.
What do you think of creature of the dark instead of Akuma, April?
That's appropriate because moths come out at night, and then
why is he just thinking of this on the 60th Akuma? And it's really more than that because we haven't seen most of them.
Maybe
it's like the
that's 500th from the party. Like he was just writing out new ways to say like "fly my Akuma" or whatever. Like
we covered this. Oh yeah, he's workshopping with Natalie. Yeah.
Him and Natalie spend countless hours coming up with all of the puns, and everything.
Yeah.
And he's just doing it for himself. Like they can't hear him.
No, he's doing it for the world.
Yeah. Nuru, the butterflies. Yeah. They can hear. We get this. Adrian's like putting on Kagami's shoe. And Kagami like blushes at her mom commenting on Adrian like being like a proper gentleman. Kagami, definitely likes Adrian.
We already knew that though.
Right. I think it's kind of cute to be honest.
I think it's cute because he also blushes. Like,
like obviously Adrianette all the time, but I like that this is like the rival, and I like Kagami, and I like her and Adrian. So small interactions that we've got. I think that's nice.
Yes.
We haven't even mentioned maybe one of the best parts of the episode, which is that Chloe is shocked to learn that Marinette has a crush on Adrian.
Yeah. How did she not know?
In the words of my beautiful sweet husband, he said, "Doesn't everyone know that she has a crush on?"
Her parents know, not Chloe. Chloe's the only. I think this checks out. Chloe is too self-absorbed to have.
That's fair.
Yeah, she would not have noticed this. This is so great. Episode 50 something, right? Like Chloe's like, you have a crush on Adrian.
Yeah.
This is like the big mythology moving part of the episode. Like Chloe.
Yeah.
It's really good. This is a great use of Chloe here. But more, I guess, Gums comes back at the end. But Marinette transforms in her new outfit, and we get Thomas as Animaestro. We can go through all the forms he takes, different styles of animation. We always love the show's already played with animation styles with Marinette's like kind of fantasy sequences.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely in its wheelhouse, but this is more than we've gotten before. We get his default forms like a sketch of him. He always has the mask on, the Ladybug mask. I think the sketch looks really cool. I
like that the lines are like constantly moving too, like within him.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really like interesting and like a unique perspective, especially because he's 2D as well.
Yeah, definitely. Apologies for not having 100% of the references. All these are a reference to something. We get the green dinosaur at first. This is a Gumball reference. I know that one. So that's cool, I think. Dinosaur, cool. We get robot.
It looks kind of Gundam-esque or Transformers-esque. It wasn't on screen long enough for me to decide which.
It was quick, yeah. I think, I'd say Gundam. I don't know, but yeah. Any number of fantastic giant robots. We've had giant robots on the show recently, Chris Master. He should have just transformed into the Chris Master robot.
Like a 2D version of it? That would have been great.
Yeah. We get this Looney Tunes-esque dog.
Yep.
We get the superhero woman.
Looks a lot like Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it was on our minds recently. Also, I feel like she is the version of in-universe hero that we got before. That like
she was on All Year's Ball or whatever.
Yeah. That's her.
I appreciate that it was like a female superhero as well. Considering
I like that he
Ladybug is
into
a female superhero.
Yeah, and him just transforming into the magical girl too, right? I think that's cool. A ninja, a bird, and a unicorn. Not 100% sure on those. But yeah, the unicorn on the screen for the longest, like wrecking buildings, giant one. We get Goku.
Yep.
And then we get Magical Girl, probably
with a transformation sequence and everything.
With a heart, yeah.
It was the best.
Yeah, probably Sailor Moon.
It was like the only transformation sequence I've been excited about in a while.
Marina transformed in her alternate street clothes. That was cool, this episode.
Yes, that was cool, but also I was excited about this
was,
one.
Thomas had his own transformation sequence in the show. Destiny fulfilled.
You've earned it, Thomas.
He has earned it. He's certainly given us a bounty of transformation sequences in the hundreds. Yes. So from this one show. So he has earned transforming in the show.
You've earned
it. We get this exchange, which I liked, from Thomas says, "You haven't even seen the movie and you're already slamming it?" And Marinette says, "I wasn't slamming it. It's called constructive criticism."
It's so good.
Yep. Also, when he's the magical girl, she says, "Everybody must watch animation."
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think of that, Andy?
I loved that. It's just, and then there's the one person, like, I think it was right after this that was like, "This is the craziest show ever."
Yep. I distinctly remember pausing.
It was like there's a point in this episode, like right when you started, like with the constructive criticism part, where like anytime anyone speaks, I just can't help myself from laughing because every single line is completely absurd and insane.
Yeah, I wasn't slamming it. It's called constructive criticism, and everybody must watch animation are going on the non-existent soundboard for sure. I have many uses for those. Yeah.
But then the whole like plan of like making everyone close their eyes, like that's gonna work in a full city.
Yeah. Oh well, let's get to that. So we lucky charm for the camera, and it's in order to watch back what happened.
Yeah.
This is very anticipating the future here with the lucky charm.
Yep.
But some lucky charms are like, "Oh, Marinette's solving a puzzle." This is like a future prediction that she could not possibly have known.
Yeah.
Can Tiki what?
Can Tiki see the future? Is that how this works? Is she like seeing the future and knowing they need a camera?
Whoa.
I don't think we've speculated on that before. Tiki could see the future.
Okay, Tiki's like a god, remember? So it wouldn't like be super surprising.
Tiki and Plaga have been around since the dawn of the universe. So
yes.
Probably
So,
they
yeah.
could see the future. Maybe.
I feel like at some point in a millennia or two, they figured out how to predict the future.
Oh, they just figured it out? They just
why
figured
not?
it out?
Or it's
Look,
like if you've seen enough things, then you've seen all the possible scenarios
Yeah.
already. So
Yeah.
you can just be like, oh,
point,
this is how
like-
this will go.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have all the data, then you could probably
Yeah.
just predict anything, I think.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I mean, from the beginning, like from the dawn of the universe. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think she's seen a animation form changing villain before.
Yeah,
though.
how do you know? How do you know, Dylan?
Maybe that happened in the previous Ladybug.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they see that when they close their eyes, he stops moving, and it's like a movie. I think the connection's a little loose. I feel like between these
It's
two
very
parts.
loose. It's
Yeah.
very loose.
But it's a cool element, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's very loose, and it made a lot more sense to me on my second watch through.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some logic to, shows are for people, so he's a show, so people need to witness him. I mean, I think, but in the moment, it's with that one line, it's like the one line connects it, and it's like, oh, we're shifting gears to this story now of, everyone needs to close their eyes, so Ladybug goes to, tells everyone on TV to close their eyes, talking into the camera.
Then she breaks the camera. Those are expensive,
Yeah,
Marinette.
she breaks the camera. Well, don't...
It gets
April, how quickly you forget that we put everything back to normal at the end of every episode.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
I want to see the episode where that doesn't happen.
Yeah, people will die, April. Okay, are you okay with that?
You know what? I accept this responsibility.
What? No, not okay.
And then it cuts to Hawkmoth watching on like a
Right.
tablet.
So
he
Thomas
throws
is like,
the tablet down.
he's like, I know one person always watching. Hawkmoth's like, yeah, it's me. I'm always watching. I'm glad he was prepared with the tablet for this
Yeah.
eventuality.
Well, he was FaceTiming Natalie at the premiere, so he just had
Oh, that's
the
why he
tablet
had it.
on
Okay,
hand.
yeah, that
Yeah.
actually makes sense. He was FaceTiming in. He was pulling the Adrian and FaceTiming
'Cause
into the
I
event.
I
yeah.
had that moment where I was just like, where did you get the tablet from? Like, how did you know to have a
That's a good
tablet?
point.
But
It was there. Okay.
Mm.
But then they successfully get everyone to close their eyes, and Gabriel, in desperation, runs out of the house in order to witness
well,
it
yeah,
in
he broke
person.
his tablet.
But they deakumatize, and he's stopped, and yep. So the unsuccessful venture outside of the house, Gabriel.
He did nothing. He did absolutely nothing by running out of the house.
It didn't seem like he was particularly close either.
No, it's like if you would watch.
I don't know.
them do
The Eiffel Tower wasn't there, so I had no perspective
we
where we were in the city.
I know we needed it to. Marinette's house is X away from Eiffel Tower. We know that, and I don't know if
And we know that Adrian lives another set distance from, I think, further away from the Eiffel Tower.
I
So.
assume so. Yeah, because Marinette's right there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So we needed. Yeah, we had no idea where anything was. But
Clear.
here's what do we think of this line from not Hawkmoth but Gabriel, because remember he detransformed and ran out of the house. He said, Ladybug, Cat Noir, enjoy your apparent victory, because in all the best tragedies, triumph always comes before failure.
Yeah, and he said that in the middle of the street.
Yep.
Yeah, in the middle of the street. Okay,
Good line.
crazy
Is that even
old man.
is that even a good line? I'm not sure.
No, it's not. Triumph always comes before failure. Is he talking? I'm assuming he's talking about them. Like,
yeah, he's saying he's hinting at another season finale event. We're starting that again. Or just in general, I'll get you next time. It really just means I'll get you next time.
No, that's what it means. Is I'll get you next time. But him and Natalie have been workshopping some new phrases, so he was just trying it out on the street before he says it to himself in the tower.
But it was a long walk, and the whole time he was saying, I'm like, where are you going with this? What are you trying to say with your whole with every tragedy thing?
It's a really long line. It was not that good. So he should have made it more concise and tried a little harder. But yeah, I mean, I think at this point we're down to the 500th best line. So
yeah,
he's what I'm saying is he's used all his good material at this point. So this is what we're gonna get.
That's why he's workshopping new material.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go home. He's gonna report back to Natalie. He's gonna be like, "Hey, I tried out the line. I didn't like it. Let's cut it." need something new. This one was too long.
Yeah, he's like, luckily I wasn't Hawkmoth when I said that, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
This was just like a trial phase.
Yeah. He frequently just goes on the street and tries out Hawkmoth lines. I think
like,
so.
And he does it in front of Adrian too, and Adrian just doesn't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, they came out of opposing bathroom stalls, so I think at this point, no.
Well, and also, like, Adrian doesn't get it because Adrian's not in the tower whenever he does recite these lines, so it's okay.
Yes, and they don't realize that. Yep. And then the epilogue here, Chloe promises not to tell Adrian that Marinette likes Adrian.
Because it's none of her. Well, what is it? It's
that's not why. It's none of her business. So that would be a good thing. That would be a good reason because she doesn't want to give Marinette the attention. That checks out. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But also, she's kind of being a bro in that moment, and I appreciated that.
That's a generous interpretation, but I'll take it. I also interpret it that way.
You're not going to accept the
no, I accept.
Giving Chloe?
Of course I accept. I'll also interpret it that way. We get, at the end here, we get the requisite scene of Thomas and Marinette. Because we've cited many ridiculous moments. Maybe the most ridiculous moment is the main character of Thomas's show hugging him at the end of the episode.
I thought that was so sweet. Also, he was being an extreme bro because he knew his seat was right next to Adrian.
He just wanted the macaroons. Don't give him like a thing.
No!
We're not going to give Thomas credit for being the ultimate shipper. He's not in universe. Thomas doesn't ship them.
Because he totally heard that conversation between Chloe and Marinette, and he's like, whoa, I know that my seat is right next to Adrian's, so I'm going to give my seat to Marinette, pretend that I've learned some type of lesson, and have all of these macaroons to myself. It's a good, bold move, Thomas. I appreciate it.
Well, I think we're accepting that he's the ultimate shipper. I think that's, but he did really just want the records, and it was good. And Marinette's like, no one recognizes me. And Marinette's like, of course I do. You're Thomas Ostruck, the movie director. This was another line that this is a line Christina V really hammed up. It was pretty funny, I thought.
Yeah.
And of course it's you. Yeah, it's the main character of his show is the one person that recognizes him. He's happy that someone recognized him. And then at the end, Marinette's sitting next to Adrian for the movie.
Also, that was very sweet of Adrian to be like, oh, I'm really sad I didn't get to eat that macaroni you made for me.
I am really annoyed that we didn't get a shot of Chloe being upset that Marinette was sitting next to Adrian at the end.
That's true.
Yeah. Where's Chloe, the most important character, should have reacted to the events at the end of the episode.
Even Kagami didn't react to it.
Yeah.
It's because Kagami's chill, I think. I mean, I don't know.
Really? Was she chill this episode?
Hashtag Kagami did nothing wrong. I'm telling you. Like, I'm on this train here.
She knew what she was doing.
I'm on this train bathroom stall. Come on. Like,
bathroom stall.
I'm just on Dylan's train here that this episode could have been so much more absurd.
That's the conclusion we've arrived at.
This episode could have been extremely extra.
Yeah, I really just missed out on hearing everyone voice everyone. That's seeing them watch the movie. That's an episode this season is them because we stop at them starting the movie. Maybe we'll continue it.
Like, what if we end the end credits of this episode were just the credits of the movie that they watched? Like, that should
have been it too. Though.
Yeah, like they should have done that. I would have
director.
That
would have been good. Yeah. Okay. There you go. This is Animaestro. April, what are your final thoughts?
This was quite the treat, and I really enjoyed it.
Is it a macaroon? That type of treat?
Yeah, I also wanted macaroons really bad.
Is it an almond-based macaroon or a coconut-based macaroon?
Out of respect for Thomas, coconut-based one.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, that was.
Are you Thomas now?
Aren't we all Thomas in a way?
We are all Thomas.
Yeah, no, but we're characters in the show too now. We're the podcasters.
No,
yeah.
we're not. We're not allowed to ask.
Oh, we're not allowed to ask that yet. No, I feel like we're all you can't just ask to be written into a show, April. Jeez.
Why not?
I feel like we're Alia, if anyone, right? We're the Alia. We relate to the way she has the blog and Alia's podcast.
Like
that could happen.
Alia's chilled though. Like
Alia's chill. We're not chill. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, wow! How dare you?
I think that her after becoming Rita Rouge, she sort of like calmed down on like the whole Ladybug obsession.
Yeah, it does seem like she hasn't been doing. Yeah, I agree. We haven't seen as much of that, which kind of makes sense. Andy, final thoughts on Animaestro?
Just, I remember people saying that, guessing that Thomas was in this episode, and he actually is, and I'm still kind of not over it because it was completely absurd. Like, it wasn't even like a cameo. He was the villain of the episode, and I kind of can't get over that.
A screen cap leaked like a day or two ago, and it's like, is that Thomas?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, no way it is.
Yep.
But it was.
Yep, it's him. Will all of our show creators be written into shows now?
I hope so.
I think we also have to watch this episode in French because I assume Thomas is voicing himself, so we should.
Yes.
Thomas was not voicing the English Thomas, yeah.
No.
And Thomas's English voice actor like really hammed it up, which I thought was a very funny aspect of it. Like, I'm a movie director, right? Like that was kind of what his voice was.
Yeah, the voice actor form was really good.
Yeah. Did Thomas write his own lines for this episode?
He's still writing every episode, right? Or is part of the writing team.
I think it would have been hilarious if he had just like a random person off the writing team like write his line, like all of his dialogue for him.
Yeah, it's like, give me your best parody of me. Yeah, that would have been good. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, this episode was nuts. Okay, that's good. That's what we want. It was very interesting. I love the ambition, and this is exactly the type of thing I'm looking for. So more nonsense from Ladybug next week. Asterisk in the UK will be Oblivio, which was supposed to air now, and I think Thomas tweeted before that everyone's going to scream because of Oblivio. So
I'm so excited. Right.
Yeah, memory loss episode. So I'm fully I'm fully anticipating a actual identity reveal, and then they don't remember.
Identity reveal with memory loss.
Yep.
Oh,
I would legitimately.
I would.
Yeah, I know. And Delaney's on vacation. I was like, oh no, Delaney's gonna miss the actual identity reveal and the memory loss. But then we were blessed, and that will be next week instead. So
Delaney gets to see it. I
hope so.
We'll try. Me and Delaney screaming for 5 minutes.
Yeah, we need Delaney screaming. We'll see if that happens. She won't listen to this, so she won't know our predictions. But that's So that'll be.
So yeah, she will.
That'll be that's what we're predicting. Okay. We're very excited for Oblivio, and let us know what you thought of Animaestro in the comments at overlyanimated.com or on the video on YouTube at youtube.com/overlyanimated. Talk with us on our Discord about Ladybug at overlyanimated.com/Discord, and support us via Patreon at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thanks to our current patrons, especially our patron of the podcast, Joanna, aka Crispy, and thanks to our patron executive producers, John and Steve, Alex, and Hugh. Check out other stuff at overlyanimated.com, including the return of Star vs. the Force of Evil. Kind of companion show to Ladybug in terms of audience, I would say. So, Star is back, and we cover Star every week as well. We just had a DuckTales podcast go up. We covered DC Superhero Girls premiere, the Genlock finale, continuing Promised Neverland coverage. Find all that at overlyanimated.com. And, we'll be back for Ladybug next time, hopefully next week. And thanks for listening, guys. We will see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.